Welcome back to Great Old One Gaming with Cthulhu, and today we're having World of Tanks. Yeah, look at the team list. Oh, would you look at that? Look who's here. It's a clan of seal clubbers, Clan Bully. That's nice. Well, today I'm playing in the Thunderbolt. It's a premium American medium. It's basically an up-armored E8. And we are looking to play on the medium side, which is down here through the water. There's lots of terrain to hide and get hull down on. So I have been running this account for a buddy of mine to get to the Tiger 1 so he can play the Tiger 1. He doesn't play World of Tanks, so I thought it would be a nice gift for him. And then I realized I had a Thunderbolt on the account, and I was like, well, I'll give this a try. So it's been a while since I've played it. So here I am, going through the water, getting set up. I don't recall how fast some of these tanks are, but those T-67s are really fast. So I don't want to, there's a magic bush up here where tank destroyers can hide. So I don't want to be caught by that. So I'm playing, try and stay low, get into position. And my first setup now is to see if I could poke the top of this hill and spot anything. I notice other people are moving ahead of me. I think it's a little uncautious. Someone's all the way across, but it's that person on the far end of the map, or on the lower corner there. He can't actually see the top of the hill. So before I make any kind of commitment, I'm going to check out through here. Here's a bush that a good gun depression tank can use, and tank destroyers, if they're really fast, can get to it. But there's not going to be any tank destroyers there now. And this other guy next to me, he just plows on through. All right, fine, whatever. So nobody's spotted. Nobody's getting shot. It's really strange not to encounter any tanks on this flank. And we've got a pretty good force moving up uncontested. Poor little Panzer IV. Look at that guy. I have to check and see if those armored skirts work. The Sherman for a long time were just visual models, not actual protection. So let's take a look. And we crest the hill, going along the rail line. And you notice the Thunderbolt's not the fastest tank. It's got an extra 60 millimeters armor on the front. So the normal Sherman will have 63 mils. This has 123. So that's pretty nice. It's still, it brings it up to an okay armor in the game. So let's see what we got going on here. We got these tanks all roaming ahead of me. And we'll see. We're getting pretty deep in here. And artillery nukes a guy. I get a shot into him and he's just gone. Right, so they lose one of their artillery pieces. We've lost 4 guys already. So here's a nice thing about the Shermans. You got really good gun depression. You know, I'm having a hard time aiming this gun. You know, I'm not hitting this guy, so I'm using a lot of lead to try and put a shot into him. So I switched to APCR because the rounds are faster, and I still can't get my aiming right. No, then I don't really need the penetration, but I do need to keep it so I can hit this silly guy. And I think he gets nuked here. Yeah, there we go. So we look around. Oh, it's a seal clubber. Oh, all right, well, you want that? Here, let me help you out with that. So there was one of the seal clubber platoons gone. And now I'm looking at the map. We've got a strong force moving into their base, which is going to get a response. They've got experienced players on their side. They're going to come back after them. But I'm looking at our base. Our lead elements, there's a Churchill 3 of the enemy leading in to our base, and just artillery. We just lost another guy in base. So they've got eyes in base, and our artillery is in the ditch in that I don't know, what do you call it, a ravine, depression in the ground. So I decide the most prudent course is to go back and do some defense. Make sure they can't get in there and wipe our artillery out. Those are our support vehicles. We don't have a strong force. And I don't know if you see, down there in the water, just off to the right of our base, about the 5 line, is an AT-2. He's an interesting bloke. He spawns, drives into the swamp, and sits there the entire battle. So just kind of keep an eye on him as this goes on. I'm looking at him going, what are you doing down there? You're in an AT-2. You don't go fast at the best of times, and then you drive into a swamp. Yeah, all right, man. You know, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, I'm just looking at him going, what are you going to accomplish down there? You're in the open in a swamp. You can't maneuver. You can't turn. Your gun is crap. And they've got stealthy TDs. Now, let's just say they're driving T-67s. T-67 is a little American, I think, Tier 5 tank destroyer, high camo value and good view range. Now, another thing I noticed here is as you drive up to this building, they have that bush. That bush used to touch the building, and now it doesn't. So you got to see how there's a gap there? You can get spotted through that gap. So you have to be careful. Say I pulled back a little bit because I haven't researched exactly where all those spotting points are, but there's one on the end of your gun, and I think at the top of your turret and the front of your mid front of your tank. So if those spotting points are exposed to that gap, somebody will see you. It's like the bush gives you no cover at all. And I've noticed that lately in World of Tanks that they've reworked the bushes to be smaller and oddly shaped so that they don't provide the cover you might think they do. It's been a rework they've done lately. And I've been out of World of Tanks for a couple of years. I've just decided to start playing it when we did a campaign. I'm in Clan Simp and do Clan Wars. So Simp's doing Clan Wars again, so I've been back into that. So, and I had this account, so I've been, playing different randoms on this. But they've flattened a lot of the maps out, and they've added terrain to other places. So artillery is much more effective. You get a stun, fun. I found that out. And then you have, forgot why I'm pinging the map there. But right now I'm trying to figure out where these T-67s are. My crew doesn't have Sixth Sense. It's just the BIA crew that came with the Thunderbolt. They're working on their first skill. So I think I only have a 370 meter view range. So the T-67s will outspot me. And they got better camo than me and the same gun effectively. So I'm just trying to see what I can see, support where I can support. And come across AT2's been killed, and he complains that he didn't get any backup. And of course somebody else chimes in that you couldn't even spot them, which is pretty funny for the AT2. He didn't spot anybody that was shooting at him. It was two T-67s. I saw the hits. So now a tank is charged into the artillery to try to get them, and they're both being worked down. And my buddy back there takes out a tank, which is good. I think it was the P-43 Poodle. I have to apologize. These my preview window for the account. Look at this shot. That's disgraceful. I'm having a hard time aiming, and then bounce a shot from a T-67. Notice he didn't. I couldn't see him. Didn't spot him. So that would have happened if I'm exposed. That's what's going to happen to me. They're just going to shoot me until I die from it. So it's not a really pretty thing. I'm just trying to see what I can see and support. We're down to 2, me and this T-34 against 4 of them. I can't count 5. Or is it 4? Oh. Artillery knows where I'm at, obviously. And I think there's a replay bug coming up here. See, my 2 of my crew members are still showing as stunned, but I don't think they actually are, because you'll see my rate of fire. T-34-85. It's got much more armor. I have to use APCR to pen him. And you'll see here 92. That's like an 80% low roll. It's like minus 20% of damage. Pfft. Thanks, RNG, you dick. You can eat a bag of dicks for all I care. So T-67 hits me again. This time pens me. And they all know where I'm at, obviously. I'm just using the hard cover here. And I actually get a lock on and fire and miss. I don't know where that round went. Thank you, auto aim, dicks. So I'm not too worried about that guy right now. And watch the fence trees right in front of me here. So the guy goes through there. I see, oh, shit, a tank. It's a T-67. He pens me with the first, bounces, and at this point he shits himself and tries to run. I go for the ram, miss. I'm already auto aim, so I just let the turret come around and finish him off. And now it's a T-34 and myself. Another bounce. Yay, armor. I've long since gone back to regular AP. I don't need it now. We're in close quarters combat. So I see him go under the thing. I go down the hill a little bit to get my speed up. Come up around him. He hits me and pins me through the track. Doesn't track me. And that's the end of him. So, not a bad set, and it's just me against Artie. I have no idea where Artie is. Artie could shoot me any on the map if he can see me. I have no idea what his crew's like. He might even be able to outspot me, and that would be bad. Let's see what's going on. My crew is still showing as stunned, but I don't think that's true, or wounded. They don't seem to act like it. I'm driving fine. It's a driver and loader, it looks like. So, as I go off, I'm pondering, what am I going to do? Well, let's see what happens. He's not a very fast Artie. Is it the M41E? Yeah, I think it is. American artillery. So, I haven't heard him. I can outshoot him easily if I can see him. The problem is, I won't know if he spots me. Don't have sixth sense. So I'm going to go into, my plan is to go into cap and force this. I know I've got more hit points than him. My hit point total bar up there is showing me what they got. If you're wondering about the mod set, one of the guys, my buddy in Simp, said use Webium. So I use Webium mod pack. I just did a default install, except for I use Melty's Math mod gun sight, which I really prefer to anything else. It's a pretty minimal, easy to see through, easy to use, and it does everything. I don't think I have XBM installed. It doesn't really matter to me. The people, I'm going to know who's good and not good just by looking at them, or make a reasonable assessment. And then I, get a little. I don't know what's up with the AT2. Look at that, the Thunder cunt. Yeah, nice, whatever. I sense a little bit of someone being a little salty, I guess is what you would say, for not giving him backup while he sat in the swamp the entire battle. Whatever. So now it's the 60, 90-second count, and I pick a spot that I haven't hit anything to park in, and there's no obvious bushes, no obvious fences, no real. He's gonna have, if Artie's gonna shoot at me, which he is, because he can shoot there. He can blind fire the base. Hey, see, he's on our cap. Yeah, nice. So my options are run over to cap, but as soon as I leave cap, he'll run, right? Because you'll know his team is screaming at him to. As soon as I leave cap, they'll say he's coming for you. Run, right, to try to draw it out or ambush me. So I'm like, no, I'm going to sit here, and I hear him fire. I didn't see where it went, and then his next shot here, I look. Oh, he shot over there. Well, let's drive over there. So I drive off. My team's telling me to drive around, which is stupid. You shouldn't drive around, right? If you're moving around, you get less camo. What I want is not to be seen, and I will not stand up. So I fire. He fires again. Everybody freaks out because that's where I just was. That's all right. No worries. And I hear another round come in, but I see that. I guess it was his first round back there. We've got a few seconds. He fires. I didn't see where it goes, so I'm just sitting tight. And we camp out the map. All right, is that it? We got a few seconds left. You'll hear another round come in. Yep, we win. Now, yeah, there he shoots the far side of the base. All right. So there you go. Clubbing the Seal Clubbers. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you back soon.